Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Hello everyone, I hope that I'm live right now, guys. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. If there's any issues with the audio or the video, guys, please let me know. No issues whatsoever, right? Okay. Any Star Wars fan that is currently present in the bootcamp, guys, please let me know. Any Star Wars fan that is currently present in the bootcamp, guys? Or am I the only one who watches Star Wars? Any Star Wars fan, guys? So this is one of the robots from Star Wars. It's actually a pretty great robot. It moves on its own, but it is not going to move on my hand, I guess. Maybe I don't know why, but I think so. You will be able to see its head moving around. So it's actually pretty cool. Its head stays on the top while the bottom rolls away. It's actually not fixed. So if I tilt it like this, it will just get its head, try to get its head correctly upstairs, I guess. So this entire concussion is actually a very great example of how you can leverage artificial intelligence or data science, as well as computer vision. So one of the major topics right over there, and then integrate it with electronics, that is IoT. Okay, integrated with IoT, guys. Now in this, it's not just only important to move this particular robot around. It is also important to make sure that the head actually stays on the top. It's actually not connected, as you're able to see right over here. The head is actually not connected. The head needs to maintain its vertical position while the ball moves around, guys. And that is the beauty of learning development. Development is not just a one thing facade at any particular point of time, guys. It actually has a lot of different components that goes around at any particular point of time, and you can integrate it with other technologies to make something this awesome. So maybe for a Star Wars fan like me, spending 35,000 on a silly robot that has been discontinued for the past, I think so, 3 years or 4 years up till this point of time, was not a big deal. But it is a great example of how you can leverage technology and integrate technology with each other. Even though in this particular bootcamp, guys, you guys are actually learning backend web development, you are not limited to just learn and implement some backend code. You can implement it with some technologies that you have learned in AI to create some awesome applications like Netflix. Netflix is a website and it has an AI core inside of it. You can create applications like ChatGPT. Again, ChatGPT is just a website which basically caters to you guys using an AI model. Now, creating that AI model was a part of what a data scientist does. But to be able to provide it to you guys so that millions of people, or even sometimes hundreds of millions of people, are able to utilize that particular application, you need to be an excellent web developer. Maybe you want to integrate backend code with, let's assume, IoT. You want to create smart devices in your home that you are able to control from your mobile phones, that is able to talk to your server and something like that. Again, you need to have a very good command over backend as well as front end. Okay, so these are the different things that you guys need to focus upon. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Kuchi, 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 kuchi. So I love this robot, guys. It's actually a pretty fun robot. Although it has been discontinued, I have been downloading its app from the morning, but to my fail, I was not able to do that. The app is still currently not being able to download anything related to the BB8. So I think so I will have to write the code from scratch myself. I will have to take this entire thing apart. But this is a beauty. I don't want to like destroy it at any particular point of time. But this is a great example of how you can learn stuff and implement stuff that you actually want to do. For example, I'm a great Star Wars fan. That is the only reason why I purchased this particular robot, and that is the only reason why I'm going to tear the fuck out of this apart, and I'm going to create the entire thing from scratch. So creating something that you love using the technologies that you're studying right now is a great project to take on in the future as well. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. You will still have it, Sachin. You don't have to worry about it. Mohammed, just email it to us on support@devtown.in. Okay, support@devtown.in. Mohammed Yamin. Okay, so now that we have dealt with something very cute, let us start with something that is a little bit boring. That is again backend development. I hope so. It's not boring for you. You guys have still stayed back and are currently learning as well. So I think so that is something that you guys are interested in. So let me first share my screen. Otherwise, you guys will again say to me that you again forgot about it. So let me do that for you guys right over here. I know, I know. Okay, so right over here, guys, let me open up our IDE. That is our, what were we using yesterday? I think so, Repellent. Okay. So, in today's class, guys, the basics of JavaScript, what you need to understand so that I'm able to start off with Express.js, Node.js, and all these technologies. I've told you guys about it. Next thing that we are going to do is we are going, so what again, guys, just revising stuff once again with you guys. Whatever, okay, whatever you guys, Pranay Chauhan sir, I've completed task of campus ambassador. I filled the form too, but I have not received any email from DevTown regarding that. Pranay, just email it to me on, so I think so I need to send the emails. I will be sending that in a few days itself. Pranay, you don't have to worry about that. Okay, support@devtown.in. That was about somebody else. Okay. Uh, okay. So what was I saying about whatever we have learned up till this point of time in JavaScript? We have learned very little in JavaScript, guys, but and there's a lot to learn in the future. So what we are going to do is while we are learning Node.js, Express.js, and all the other technologies, whatever new stuff that comes up in JavaScript, I'll be explaining you at that point of time itself. So it will help us learn backend a little bit more faster. Okay. So the first thing that we saw yesterday was that the prompt was not working in our Repellent, but it was actually working within our own computer. So when we went into the browser, we opened up the inspect option, the developers options right over there. Our prompt code was actually working, but inside of a Repellent, it wasn't. What is the reason for that? Now, please try to understand it. I'm not talking about 99.99%. I'm not dead all right over there. Okay. I'm talking about 100% of every single website that you're using right now. 100% of every single website that you are using right now actually utilizes JavaScript. Every single website in some format or the other. Without the presence of JavaScript, most of the websites won't even load up, won't even open for you guys. Some of the websites would look shabby, it won't work properly. JavaScript has become an integral part of web development at any particular point of time, guys. But JavaScript at the end of the day is a particular programming language. And you can do a lot of things using a programming language, guys. You can hack into a particular computer, you can install viruses into a particular computer, you can get access to the files and the passwords, the IDs present in your computer. Now, how would you feel when you are opening up a particular website and it is able to access all the files, all the videos, all the photos, all the IDs, all the passwords that are present in your computer? Would you find it to be nice, or would you be like, shit, what is this happening right over here? What do you think, guys? What do you think? What do you think, guys? Would you like that a website is able to utilize JavaScript to access your files, folders, and everything from your computer, or not, guys? Please let me know. What do you think, guys? Please let me know, guys. I would love to get your opinion. I would love to get your opinion upon this topic, guys. No, right? It will feel pretty bad that they are able to access everything present in my computer. That does not feel nice as well. Am I right, guys? Now, that is the point that I'm trying to make right over here. Every website needs JavaScript. It uses JavaScript. It has JavaScript inside of it, and it can actually easily access everything from your computer. That is the reason why JavaScript does not work in a normal computer, guys. JavaScript does not work in a normal computer. Now, when I was using Repellent, it was actually a like a runtime environment built for JavaScript, where some of the features of JavaScript are able to execute properly and some are not. Your browser, in the other case, can execute all kinds of JavaScript code. But outside your browser, directly within your computer itself, JavaScript will die. JavaScript will not work properly. Think about let us think about it in such a way. Let me open up the live chat. Sorry, let me open up the OneNote, guys. So in that will be I will be able to explain it to you guys much more appropriately. Give me a second. Okay, what is happening right over here? Okay, so for example, think about this circle that I'm going to make as our planet Earth, guys. Think about this circle that I'm making right over here as our planet Earth. And this is the particular things. Okay, this is our land that is present on our Earth, guys. It looks like turd, but that's fine. And this is you right over here. Now, when you are inside of the atmosphere of Earth, guys, when you are in the atmosphere of Earth, this is the atmosphere of Earth, you have been provided everything. You have been provided everything for you to be able to live happily. You have food, you have water, you have air, each and every condition in which you are able to survive. But once if I take you out from this particular like planet, I take you out and place you inside of space, guys. If I place you inside of space, you will immediately die, right? You will immediately die right over there. So let me build this. Okay, so you are dead right over there. Inside of space, you cannot survive. The same thing happens inside of a computer as well. Think about this atmosphere as nothing else but your browser, your Chrome browser, your Edge browser. This is your browser, guys. And this human is nothing else but your JavaScript. Your browser provides all the different air, water, and food to your JavaScript so that it is able to actually survive right over there and work properly. As soon as you bring it out of your browser into your computer, as soon as you bring it out from your browser into your computer, guys, the JavaScript immediately dies. In that way, you are able to make sure that your JavaScript that is it cannot reach out from your browser and get access to your computer. That is the major reason why we are doing this. Are you guys able to understand it? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this analogy, guys? Please let me know. Now, what if you want your human to survive inside of space? What would you do, guys? If you want your human to survive inside of space as well, what would you guys do? Can somebody let me know? If you want your human to survive inside of space, guys, what would you do, guys? Please let me know. What would you do, guys? Please let me know. Can somebody let me know if you want the human to survive inside of space? What would you do? So, Swarndeep Singh has written it absolutely correctly. You will use a spacesuit, right? What you do is you will put your human inside of a spacesuit, guys. Okay, so let us do that right over here. And this is a human happy right now, and we'll make him wear a spacesuit. So this is his helmet, and we'll make him wear the protective suit as well. So this is the arms, and that is how he's able to survive inside of space. So the spacesuit actually provides the human with a particular environment that is very close to what you get on Earth, right? The same kind of air, the same kind of food. Even a particular latrine is also present inside of your spacesuit. If you guys don't know, there is a proper place to actually relieve yourself inside of a spacesuit as well. Now, on top of that, spacesuit also provides you with some extra functionalities. For example, on your Earth, you are not able to fly around on Earth. But inside of a spacesuit, you are having jetpacks that help you fly around or move around inside of space. Now, these extra functionalities that are getting added, that is being added by this spacesuit, guys. Now, this spacesuit for JavaScript. So now JavaScript again was first built to be used just in front end, guys. Being very frank with you guys, JavaScript was actually built to be used only in the front end. But as the popularity of JavaScript rose, it became easier for companies to just say that why are we hiring multiple developers for various different programming languages? Why not hire more JavaScript developers for backend too? And that is how the backend of the popularity of JavaScript actually rose in 2015 or 2011. So in 2011, the popularity of JavaScript to be used as a backend framework started raising. But that raised a very big problem. If you remember it correctly, backend code actually lives on something called as servers, right? Backend code basically lives on something called as servers. Servers are nothing else but just like a normal computer. And as we have already discussed, JavaScript actually cannot run on a normal computer. So to provide it with a spacesuit, this is where we come up with Node.js, guys. Node.js. Node.js is nothing else but just a spacesuit for your JavaScript application to actually work properly. Node.js provides JavaScript with an environment in which it is able to work properly, and also provides JavaScript with some added functionalities as well. Are you guys able to understand this Node.js? Please let me know. Is PHP dead in 2004? Worth learning in 2023 and 2024? So PHP actually died in, I think so, 2016 itself. So if you are asking this question in 2023, actually you are almost 7 to 8 years late. PHP actually died in 2015 and 2016. Right now, the most popular programming language for backend development is also JavaScript, the number one particular programming language for backend. At the number two particular position, it is Java, and the number three particular position is actually Python. But because of the functionalities of JavaScript, if you are a good JavaScript backend developer, you can actually get hired for Java as well as Python roles as well, because they are very similar to each other. So learning JavaScript has become very important for backend developers. So are you guys able to understand this concept of Node.js, guys? Are you guys able to understand this concept of Node.js? What about Python? Python only has, I think so, 4% of the backend actually built in Python. Only 4% out of the backend in the entire world. Java has somewhere around 28%, and almost the majority is actually JavaScript. So JavaScript is somewhere around, I think so, 64% approximately, and the rest is basically the rest of the other particular languages that are actually present. Okay, so that is the importance of Node.js. Are you guys able to understand what does Node.js do? Node.js provides JavaScript an environment in which it is able to function within the computer properly. It is able to survive within a computer properly, as well as it provides it with a certain additional features as well. For example, the spacesuit provided the jetpacks for you to move around inside of space. Now, the current particular question that we are having right now is how to use Node.js and what is this added functionalities that are provided with Node.js. Understanding that, it needs to be a little bit more practical and hands-on rather than what we are currently doing by drawing some stick figures on our screen. Okay, but if you guys have understood the basics of what Node.js is, then let's start out with the practical of Node.js. Will that be fine, guys? Will that be fine, guys? Please let me know. Shall we start with the practicals of Node.js, guys? Please let me know. Okay, somebody is asking. So, kids activities has asked us notes, please. I want you guys to just search for what is the meaning of a note. Okay, a notes itself. So it basically means a personalized short form of the content that you are actually learning. Again, the word personalized is right over there. Personalized basically means notes are something that you have to make for your own. I don't create notes for you. I create notes for myself. That is how I am able to retain information. I am able to learn. Your job is to learn the bigger form of content that I am providing to you guys, and to make shorter form of content that is notes on your own. That is how you create it. Okay. Okay. Angular is not a language. Once again, it is, you have to learn JavaScript, and then you have to learn like your Angular. That is basically your framework for front end web development. Can we study web development and also do competitive coding side by side in Java? Actually, right. I think so. You are on a very right path. If you are actually doing that, I congratulate you on going into the right direction. Most of the students actually do just web development and they skip on data structures, algorithms, and competitive programming. But I am really very thankful that you are able to do that. Okay. Again, guys, this is the study material. You have to create your own notes. I'm just going to teach you guys right over here. Are React and Node.js the same thing? Absolutely not. React is used, again, you have to learn JavaScript and then React.js to create front end of websites. Node.js helps you in creating back end of websites, guys. Again, if yes, PHP is dead. If you are learning PHP right now, you're not going to get any jobs, any internships, anything. Nobody is using PHP right now until unless you are working for some shady ass companies. I'm not going to take some names, but these are usually the websites that you open up in incognito mode. Okay, so if you are working for those companies, they actually pay a lot great salaries to software engineers. Not in India, of course, because they are banned in India. But yes, abroad they pay actually pretty well for working in that company. I don't know, like if I should say this. If you're joining that particular company, then yes, PHP, they are still running on PHP. I don't know why, legacy systems, but no other company is going to use it. Okay. Okay, so let's go out right over there to our website, and let me open this up for you guys. Is C++ worth learning if you're going to do data structures and algorithms and you want to get landed into a particular good company itself? Then learning C++, data structures and algorithms, and competitive programming is pretty essential. Okay, which program has the best scope in 2026? Nothing, because learning any programming language does not matter. It is like saying that I'm learning ABCD and I want to get into IIT Bombay. You are not going to get anywhere. Maybe in a preschool or in a like, little tots you might be able to get into, but ABCD, if you're learning it, you cannot aim for getting into Harvard or Stanford or something like that. So if you want to get into a good company, learning a programming language is like learning ABCD. You need to learn a lot many number of things after that. You have to learn DSA, you have to learn competitive programming, you have to build projects, you have to learn new technologies that are out there, and so on and so forth. uh okay, great. So let me open up our website, guys. So that was Repellent. I think so I've already opened it up. Why am I opening it up once again? Am I logged in? No, I'm not logged in. So let me log into that. Is it true that C is a better language to build logics for a beginner? Absolutely, absolutely not. The reason for that is just a pitch that is made by your college professors, because they don't know anything about any other programming language except C, and that is basically there in their syllabus that they have not updated for the past 15 years or so. That is the reason why you are learning C, and C is not at all a useful language to be learned as your first language as well. You are actually wasting your time right over there. Okay, so now that I've addressed that questions, let us create a new template, guys. After creating the template, we are going to select Node.js right over there, guys. We are going to create a new template, and then we are going to go further with creating a REPL. Okay, so as you are able to see, we'll create a REPL right over here. Guys, I will be answering all these questions about placements, what languages should you study, what not to study, and what are the mistakes that you should be avoiding, the mistakes that I made when I was actually preparing for my placements and getting my internships as well. I'll be talking about that separately. Let's now focus upon the class, guys. We have a lot to learn right now, right? Okay, so now that we have opened up our Node.js, guys, this is the place where we are going to write our code. So let's get started with writing a basic particular thing. Now, like I said, guys, Node.js is actually utilized not just to write JavaScript. Okay, you can easily write your JavaScript code right over here, console.log, hello world. We have been doing it up till this point of time. But what are these additional features, additional functionalities that Node.js provided? I think so. We have already talked about it, right? That there are some additional features, additional functionalities that are provided by Node.js to our JavaScript. Let us search about that, guys. Let us go to the official Node.js documentation, guys. This is the official Node.js documentation that you are able to see right over here on your screen. And okay, so that is the Node.js application. We will go towards the documentation for that, guys. And inside of documentation, I'll just reduce it a little bit more, and we'll go to the latest version of Node.js, that is 20. Okay, so that is the latest version of Node.js, guys. And all these different things that you are able to see on your screen are the different functionalities that Node.js provides to JavaScript. For example, crypto is there, console is there, command line options is there, C++ add-ons, buffer, async hooks. Then you're having the decapitated APIs, diagnostic channels, DNS, domain routings, events, file systems, HTTP, and a lot more functionalities, OS, path, net. Then you're having timers, you're having V8s, VMs, and many others as well. Now, please try to understand this, guys. Okay, please try to. Sir, yesterday you were telling about the reason prompt was not working in Node.js of Repellent. The reason for that is that even though Node.js allows JavaScript to actually function properly inside of it, some of the features of some of the features of JavaScript are actually cut right over there. Now, for example, prompt. Prompt is a particular thing that only works with a browser, guys. It does not work inside of computer because there is no browser right over there. That is the reason why our prompt was not working inside of Node.js, but it was working inside of our browser, because Node.js does not has a particular browser inbuilt into it. So some of the basic functionalities of JavaScript are actually also removed, which are also not necessary for you guys to use inside of a computer. So please do understand that. That is the reason why we were not able to use prompt when we were using it right over there, guys. Okay. So, for example, if you want JavaScript to actually be able to deal with the files present in your computer, okay, you want JavaScript to be able to access files, to be able to change files, modify files right over there, write something to a file itself. In that case, you are having a file system package right over here, guys. If you see this, there's a file system package that is present right over here, already present inside of Node.js. So what is happening right now is somebody has written a lot of code that helps JavaScript to actually work with files. And that is very easy to do as well. For example, if I am putting up this, guys, okay, if I'm using the file system, you are able to see that, okay, why is there an internal error coming up? Please don't say to me there's an internal error. I have to tell them all these things as well. So instead of a file system module, think about it as a toolbox. Okay. Think about it as a toolbox, a big toolbox, guys. Inside of this big toolbox, you are having a lot of different tools with which you can do multiple different things, guys. Okay. So Node.js is like a backpack which has various different tools, boxes that are present inside of it. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please do let me know. Think about Node.js as a big bag that you're having, which has various different tools that are present inside of it, guys. Various different toolboxes that are present inside of it. One of these toolboxes is your Node.js. Inside of Node.js, one of these toolboxes is your Node.js, guys. Inside of that Node.js toolbox, one of these toolboxes present inside of Node.js is your file system toolbox. This toolbox provides you with all the tools necessary for you to actually work upon your particular different things related to accessing files, changing files, modifying files, and so on and so forth. All these different methods that you are able to see in front of you, guys, all these different methods that you are able to see in front of you are the different tools that are present inside of the file system module. Okay, so you are having a bag. Just draw it to understand it, guys. You are having a bag right over there, guys. This bag is your particular Node.js. Okay, this bag is your Node.js, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. In this bag, you are having multiple different toolboxes that are present. These are all different toolboxes that are present inside of the bag, guys. These are basically different toolboxes that are present inside of the bag. Now, one of these toolboxes that are present is the FS module or the file system module, guys. Okay, one of these toolboxes is the FS module or the file system module. And inside of this toolbox, there are multiple different tools that are there that will help you with various different things related to the file system module. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Now, these are the different tools that are there. Let us try to use one of these tools. Okay, let us try to use one of these tools, guys. Let us do a Control F. Let us try to find one of these tools, that is your particular copy file sync method. So this particular copy file sync tool that is particularly present inside of the FS module is basically used to copy text from one file and paste it into another file. You can read it very clearly inside of the documentation. What does the FS module do? How to use them? There's some examples for that as well, and so on and so forth. So you can actually read through it, understand it very carefully itself, and then use it. So I actually know about it, so I don't have to read it through. I just need to tell you guys about it, right? So right over here, guys, as you're able to see, the copy file sync method actually copies text from one file and pastes it into the other file. Now, the file that it is actually copying text from is called as the source file. Okay, the file that is a copying file like the text from is called as the source file, guys. And the file where it is pasting the stuff to is called as the destination file. Are you guys able to understand what is source and destination right over here? Please let me know. SRC and DEST. Source and destination. Source and destination, guys. Are you guys able to understand? Source is basically where are you copying the text from? Destination is where are you copying the text to? Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Okay, so let us try to use this particular thing inside of our computer. The first thing, so already Node.js is present inside of the background. We are wearing the Node.js suit. But to use the file system module, we will have to say that, okay, I need to pick this file system module in my hands. You need to tell JavaScript that we require the file system module, guys. Please try to understand this. We need to tell JavaScript that we require this file system module. Now to require that, it is pretty simple. REQUIRE require. We want to require something. And what do we want to require? The FS module, guys. Okay, FS module. So this will bring the entire file system module or the FS module to us. Now for us to use that FS module, we are going to save it. We are going to give it a nickname, guys. Like instead of writing the entire file system module again and again, or how are we going to access this particular file system module, we are going to provide it with a nickname. That nickname will also be FS. So creating a nickname is very simple. Var FS is equals to require FS. So our entire file system module that we are actually requiring. So file system module is already present inside of Node.js. We are requiring the entire module, that is the entire code of that toolbox itself. And we are naming it as FS. We are giving it a nickname that this toolbox is going to be called as FS, guys. Now to use this FS module, we actually want to use the fs.copyFileSync method. Okay, we want to use the fs.copyFileSync method. Now again, reminding you guys that JavaScript is a case sensitive language. So if it is a small c, you have to write a small c. If it is a capital F, you have to write a capital F. If it is a capital S, you have to write a capital S. Otherwise, it will not work properly. Now, as we have already discussed, the copy file sync method actually takes in two attributes, guys: the source src and the destination. Now we need to create these two files so that we are actually able to use it. So again, we are going to go back into our files and we're going to create our new files, guys. That is the file src.txt. Okay, the source.txt, guys. That is a txt file that we have created. And we're going to create our destination.txt as well. So dest.txt, that is destination.txt that we have used right over there, guys. The next thing that we're going to do is we are going to put some particular text inside of our source.txt. So we'll open up source.txt, guys, and we'll put some text. This is how we can use the FS module to play around with files. Okay, so as you're able to see, the source.txt file is currently having some text inside of it, whereas our destination.txt file is completely empty. Are you guys able to see this? The destination.txt file is completely empty, guys, whereas the source.txt file has a line, has some text inside of it. Now, .txt basically means a text file, guys. Okay, .txt basically means a text file itself. Now we're going to close it, guys. And we're going to provide it right over here with the source and destination. So src.txt, or we can do /src.txt. And for the destination, we can put up .dest.txt. Now, what is this / right over here? This / basically means wherever our index.js file is present, in whatever folder our index.js file is present, inside of the same folder, find a file called as source.txt. As you're able to see right over here, our index, let me just make it smaller. Our index.js, our destination.txt, and our source.txt are actually present in the same folder. They're present at the same location, guys. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to see this, guys? Please let me know that all the three files are actually present in the same folder, guys, at the same location. And that is what we are specifying right over here as well. That wherever our particular file is present at this point of time, wherever our particular index.js file is present, where we are writing our code right now, wherever it is present right over here, in the exact same folder, find a file called as src.txt. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. I'm not sure about your experience, but for me, I got logic pretty fast while studying with C, though there are something hard to understand, blah, 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 blah. FM, instead of doing C, you could have directly jumped to C++ or Java. Again, it would have been a similar experience for you, but you wouldn't have wasted your time learning C and then again C++ or Java to actually learn the right particular thing for data structures and algorithms. You should not do data structures and algorithms in C. You should be doing it in C++ or Java. That is what is helpful for you. And a lot of different conceptual differences will be coming to you when you are moving from C to C++. It is actually pretty better to actually directly go for C++ instead of learning C first. Okay, or Java. Both of them are particularly correct. Now what we're going to do is we're going to run this particular file for us, guys. We're going to run this particular file for us. So it has finished running. It has finished running, guys. As I've just click on the run button, it has finished running right over here. Let us go back. Okay, let us go back inside of our file and the destination.txt. As you're able to see now, the destination.txt has the exact same text from our source.txt, guys. Why are we not using let instead of var? So because we have not yet learned about let, we will be learning about it while doing some projects inside of backend web development. But because we have not learned about it, that is the reason why we are not using it. Are you guys able to understand it? Please let me know. Again, RD casual, this is not HTML, this is JavaScript. So both of them are different. Do not compare it. They have different rules, different rule sets. One is a language, the other is not. Okay, one is a programming language, the other one is just a language. Okay, so as you're able to see right over here, you are having the same text from your source.txt that has been copy pasted into destination.txt. If you were to do the exact same thing in pure JavaScript, it will take you somewhere around 100 lines of code to actually do this. But because you're working inside of Node.js and you are having this file system module, you just have to require it and use the particular method that you want to use from right over there. Now, please try to understand this. Okay. Please try to understand this, guys, that what will happen? What will happen right over here? For example, what is better? I want a huge tree in my backyard. I want a huge tree in my backyard, guys. What are the two options available for me? I will dig a hole right over there and then I will plant a seed. I will water the seed for almost 30 years to get a giant tree in my backyard. Or the second particular option is I will dig a very big hole inside of my backyard. I will find a tree that suits me. I'll uproot the tree using a crane and then put that tree inside of that hole and cover it with mud and start watering it. And from the day two, I'm having a huge tree in my backyard. Which particular method will you choose to go further with? Which particular method would you choose to go further with, guys? Would you plant a tree and wait for 30 years in which you can die as well and you will never be able to see that tree in your lifetime? Or would you actually want a tree the very next day? What would you do, guys? What would you do, guys? Please let me know. You will opt for the second method. You will want a tree immediately. In the exact same way, whatever you are doing inside of JavaScript or inside of backend or inside of anything, it has been coded somewhere by somebody. That's a fact. It has been coded by somewhere and by somebody at some particular point of time at some particular place. What if we were able to get the access to that code? Instead of writing the code on our own again and again, what if we were able to directly get access to that particular code built by somebody else and directly use it inside of our code? For example, right over here, this file system module, if I wanted to access the files myself, do this copy pasting myself using JavaScript, I will have to write 100 lines of code. I will have to research a lot about it. But because this code was already written by somebody, saved it inside of a package called a file system, I was able to directly use it right over here. In the exact same way, there are multiple different packages that have been created by multiple different developers throughout the entire world that does most of the stuff for you. And you can actually utilize it directly. You don't have to write the code from the basics or from the scratch at any particular point of time. All these packages have been uploaded to a particular open source place, that is your npm or node package manager. Let us go to node package manager, guys. npmjs.com, guys. This is the particular website, that is the npm.js website, guys. Okay, website that is there. For example, if I want to print some random supervillain names, okay, I want to print random supervillain names on my screen. So if I want to create that on my own inside of JavaScript, I will have to collect a lot of supervillain names first. I'll have to collect it, put it somewhere, then create a random function that basically randomly picks a name out of that particular place and shows it to my screen. But lucky enough for us, somewhere out in the entire wild, some developer created a particular package called as supervillains. For example, right over here, if I just search for supervillains, super villains. So this is a package that has been created by somebody. I don't know who has created the package, but it has already been created for us and we can directly use it right over there. We don't have to write the entire code on our own. Somebody else has already created that for us and we can directly use it inside of our code, guys. Now, but the only problem right over here is that it is not pre-installed like file system. File system was already present inside of Node.js. This is not. This is present inside of npm, guys. Npm is like a particular shop. Okay, think about it. It's like a free shop that has multiple different things inside of it. Whenever you want to use something, you just take it from the shop and then put it inside of your own project. Okay, think about it as Lego box, a particular Lego set that is currently there, a Lego shop that is there. If you're missing a particular brick on your particular Lego set, you can go there, take one, and put it up inside of your Lego set itself. So first, for doing that, we need to initialize npm inside of our own project. Okay, so we're going to go into something called as shell right over here, guys. On the right hand side, as you're able to see, okay, we are going to use something called as shell right over here. We'll clear it. So this is basically the raw format in which you are directly able to communicate with your computer. Usually, when you are going to communicate with your computer, you need a particular keyboard, you need a particular screen, you need a particular buttons on your screen itself, a home button, a particular file button, you need arrows to do that. But use, so that is basically your GUI or your graphical user interface, in which you are having everything on your screen, buttons and everything. You do a right click, you create a particular file, and so on and so forth. Terminal removes that. Instead of you having a GUI, you can type commands that are able to command your computer what to do. You want to create a file, you give a command right over there. You want to create a folder, give a command right over there. You want to delete a folder, give a command right over there. Right now, I need to give it a command that basically initializes npm for us. So first, we'll clear all this. This looks very shabby. So we'll write clear clear, and that will clear everything for us, guys. Now to install npm for us, we have to just write npm init. Okay, that is how you install npm, guys. Npm init, guys. Okay, that basically initializes npm. Okay, basically initializes npm, guys. So npm init. I don't know why it is not showing up on our screen. It is loading a little bit slower. So I've just written npm init right over there, guys. I don't know if you are able to see it or not. On the right hand side on the top corner, you should be able to see npm init, guys. So once I run npm init, I'm able to see all these different stuff that is coming up. It is asking if the package name should be node.js node.js. I'll just write enter. Okay, I'll just keep it the same, version 1.2.0. Description, this is an example. Then we are having git repository none. Just press enter. Author Shaurya Sinha. Shaurya Sinha. License will keep it as the same. Is that okay? Yes. Now that we have initialized npm, think about this as creating the hole inside of your backyard. Okay, to place the tree inside of your backyard, you need to first create a hole, right? To place the tree inside of your backyard, guys, you need a hole inside of your backyard, right? That is what you're doing right over here. By initializing npm, you're creating the hole inside of your backyard. Now what we are going to do is, once we have initialized npm, we will install our tree that we will cut from npm into the hole. Okay, to install the supervillains package, that is our tree, we just need to write this with the sentence npm install supervillains. Now please make sure that you're copy pasting this. Do not type it out. Any kind of spelling mistakes, any kind of capital or small errors will not work properly. Okay, so just copy paste it, guys. Right click and paste. npm install supervillains. That will install our supervillains package, that will install our tree into the hole that we have created right over there. Once we've installed our supervillains package, guys, as you're able to see, supervillains package has been installed for us. Now we can utilize this supervillains package. Okay, now we can utilize this supervillains package. Now think about it just like the file system package, guys. Inside of the file system package, it was already present into our system through Node.js. But the supervillains package, we had to install it. But now it is present in our system. How to use it? You can directly use it in the exact same way as you used your particular file system package, guys. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is that we're going to copy this. We'll create the exact same variable, guys. So var supervillains is equals to require supervillains. If you're ever concerned that, okay, how to do it, how to run this entire thing properly, you can actually go through the documentation. As you're able to see right over here, you can actually go through this entire documentation on how to use it as well. Okay, the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to like have console.log supervillains.random. Okay, console.log supervillains.random. So supervillains.random, as you're able to see, will generate a random supervillain name for you. Okay, supervillain.random will generate a random supervillain name for you. Also, where did I get it? From the documentation. So read the documentation properly. And to print it out on our screen, we are going to do console.log. Now if we run this, as you're able to see in our particular code, every time that you will be running it, you will be getting a random supervillain name right over there, guys. For example, right over here, we are getting Reaper. If I again run this, you will see a next Ingra. If I run it once again, every time that I run it, I will get a random supervillain name, Moondar. If I run it once again, I will get a random supervillain name, Sedusa. If I run it once again, I will make Acrobat, and so on and so forth, guys. Okay, that is how this will work properly. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. The next thing that you guys need to understand is that here, when you require the supervillains package, you are saving it into a variable called as supervillains. Now, at any particular point of time, you're not going to change the package. You're not going to edit inside of the package itself. The package is a pre-packed code. You can use this code, but you cannot change it. Now, declaring it as a variable is not right. For example, what is the value of pi, guys? Can I say the value of pi is 5.36? Can I say the value of pi, okay, the constant pi is 5.36, guys? Can I do that? Please let me know. Can I do that, guys? Can I say the value of pi is 5.36, guys? Please let me know. No, right? It should always be 3.14. Why? Because it's a constant. The value of pi should not be able to change. It should not be able to get edited. It should not be able to convert into a new number itself. It should always remain as 3.14. But right over here, if I'm declaring pi as a variable, then in that case, I can actually change the value. I can add 2 to it. I can divide it by 2. I can change the value at any particular point of time. That is the reason why you have to declare pi as a constant. Okay, you have to declare pi as a constant or const. When you're declaring something as a constant, you cannot actually change it once it has been created. So supervillains now contain the supervillains package. You cannot change it. You cannot modify it. It is always going to be the supervillains package. Now, of course, you can definitely use variable. The code was also working properly. But you are not the only developers that are going to work on a project, guys. There are going to be thousands of developers in the future who are going to work on your project. Now, if you are declaring something as a variable, your basic instinct basically says that that is a variable. The value can change. That is why it is called as a variable, guys. Somebody else can change your code and it might crash or it might hang at any particular point of time because you declared a constant as a variable, guys. That is the reason why, to be sure that nobody is able to change its value at a later point of time inside of your code, you declare it as a const, okay, so that you are also able to remember this, that this is a constant. You cannot actually change its value or modify its value. So that is how you actually can get multiple different packages right over here and use it and do various things with it. Now, Express.js, that is what we're going to learn in our tomorrow's class, is also a package inside of NPM. Now, what is the use of Express? How to use it? Everything we will be learning it in our tomorrow's class. But do remember that it is also one of the packages that are present on NPM. That is the reason I taught you guys about NPM as well. So right now I'll be giving you guys the attendance link for today's class. Give me a second. And I'll be giving you guys the attendance link for today's class, guys. Give me a second. The attendance link today will be open for just 5 minutes, guys. After 5 minutes, the attendance link will be closed. Okay, so once I've shared the attendance link with you, you will be having just 5 minutes to fill up the attendance. So please be ready for the same as well. So let's create the attendance link right now, guys. Give me a second. Again, guys, the attendance link today will be open only for 5 minutes. So after 5 minutes, I'll be closing the attendance link once I've provided it to you guys. So be ready for the same. And from tomorrow onwards, guys, the attendance link will be provided in the middle of the class. If you are being late to the class, you might actually miss out on the attendance as well. And if you have missed out on the attendance, your certificates will be on the line. So please be on the class on time in the class, guys. So it is not necessary that I'm going to take up the attendance at the end of the class. I can take it within the first 15 minutes of the class as well. And if you have missed out on the attendance, I can't do anything for you. Okay. So the attendance link will be closed exactly at 9:12. Okay. The attendance link will be closed exactly at 9:12, guys. You're having 5 minutes to fill up your attendance. Okay. 9:12, the attendance link will be closed. Please start filling up your attendance right now. The attendance link is in the live chat, guys. At exactly 9:12, your attendance link will be closed. Please start filling up your attendance right now. Okay. Exactly 9:12, the attendance link will be closed, guys. Please start filling up your attendance right now. The attendance link is in the live chat. Okay. The attendance link is in the live chat, guys. Exactly 9:12, the attendance link will be closed. Thank you so much, guys. We'll meet in tomorrow's class and we'll continue from right over there. Thank you, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, bye. Bye, bye.